What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Max Kellerman continues his smear campaign on Gervonta Tank Davis's name. In this video, that's what I will break down.
Been called a champion. He's never been called a champion. He's never been the champion of any division. He's never beaten the man in any division. He's had some good wins. In retrospect, the Pitbull win was a nice win. It was a close fight. It was a nice win. Ryan Garcia, that's a big win. Right? Like, that's good for him.
Dehydrated Ryan, but good win.
Yeah, right. But he has never fought, oh, that's the champion of that division. I'm going to go fight that guy. In any division. It was like when people look at Floyd Mayweather, and I have said, hey, once he left lightweight, he picked and chose when he fought guys. He still was the actual champion of at least one division, but even at junior lightweight and lightweight, he cleaned out junior lightweight. He moved up to lightweight. He fought the champion in his first fight at lightweight. Won a tough fight. A lot of people thought he lost, but then won the rematch. He was the champion in Tank never did that.
Never did it.
Never did it even in one, and now he's talking about retiring?
And you're doing it off of coming up against a struggle against Lamont Roach was a 9-1 underdog? He gives you that tough of a fight. You have to get the revenge.
Tank Davis.
Bro, the agenda is clear. Just think about what I'm about to say. Max Kellerman has this show on Ring, Inside Ring or whatever. He's had the show all but a month, like probably less than a month. Primarily focused on Gervonta Tank Davis. These people in boxing are pathetic. The bar is exceptionally low in boxing media. I don't even fault the fans that have been like, man, I'm checked out of boxing because of this type of behavior. First of all, Tank's fighting Jake Paul. Whether you like the fight or not, that's the reality of it. Why are you talking about Tank incessantly? I'll tell you. Clicks, views, and engagement. These people are so lazy that it's easy, instead of building the sport of boxing, right? Like, for example, you're looking at Inside Ring, an in-studio conversation, right? Why not talk about David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard on a ring card? On the same card, you got Devin Haney versus Brian Norman. Yet you got these putts and they're talking about Tank every episode. Tank's resume is not this. Tank's never been a champion. Cool. It's like, here's an example for you guys. Let's say I don't really eat Little Caesars pizza. Cheap, greasy. If you like it, Merry Christmas. Good on you. I don't really like Little Caesars. I liked it when I was a kid. Don't really like it now. I know of much better pizza spots, and I don't mind paying for quality pizza, right? But imagine I don't like Little Caesars pizza, and then I wake up every single day to make videos about how I don't like Little Caesars pizza. Oh, man, the new hot and ready. Oh, what they doing? $5. Man, nobody wants that pizza for $5. And then they come out with like pretzel bites and, new pizza twist. And I'm like, oh, Little Caesars got new pretzel bite and pizza twist. Nobody wants that. How many times can you say and illustrate that you don't like something without it becoming redundant? We get it. Tank's not a champion. His resume's trash, whatever they want to say, right? And the reason I'm bringing this up is I like to nip it in the bud. And I want you guys to observe where boxing media is right now. And I want you to be able to see it. So when it happens, which it undoubtedly will happen, you could be like, man, that Boxingego dude, he was right. He's the best in the business, and it's not even close. I'm showing you right early. I've been telling you before it happened, and now I'm telling you again. This is the agenda. Everybody jump on the Tank hate train because we are starving for views. And instead of talking about our actual fights and our actual fighters, Canelo just got cooked by Crawford, so there's nothing to really talk about with Canelo. So let's talk about the other face of boxing. Notice, once again, everything I said comes true in the world of boxing. I said Canelo and Gervonta are the faces of boxing. Canelo's kind of out the way because he got destroyed by a welterweight, dominated, lost all his belts. He's out for the year. They saying he has tennis elbow. He needs elbow surgery, elbow macaroni, all this type of stuff. He's done. You know what I mean? He didn't look that good. So it leaves Tank. Now, for Canelo, they don't bag on Canelo, who looked horrible, but they're talking about Tank and Roach. Tank never fought like Canelo has been fighting. Struggling with William School, an unknown guy. Struggling with a welterweight, using no jab. But again, this is why YouTube boxing will always reign supreme. These company men, they cannot do what Boxingego can do, because I get to talk boxing unfiltered, uncut, no agenda. These people clearly have an agenda. For example, the football player, Shady McCoy, that they got on this podcast for whatever reason, because he doesn't know boxing, but they got him on the podcast, right? And he was the person that picked Ryan to knock out Gervonta Davis. Picked Ryan to beat Tank by knockout. The videos are still up. Well before this show happened in 2023 when they fought, right? He picked Ryan Garcia. Now, if you rewind this track, picture me rolling, and listen to what he had to say, he was like, man, it was a weight drain Ryan. If it was a weight drain Ryan, why would you pick him to beat Tank? These people, that's what I'm saying. They don't know boxing. It is all fake. People after the fact, after an outcome is rendered and you have nothing but silence because you were wrong, they won't admit they're wrong. They'll just jump and leapfrog to the next thing. If Tank weight drain Ryan or whatever excuses you're going to come up with now, then why would you have picked Ryan? Because we all knew the terms of the fight. We all knew it was a catchweight fight. We knew Ryan was fighting at a catchweight. We knew the man was eating tacos at the media day. And now everyone's acting like a 20-something-year-old is weight drained. Good. I'm glad. If you think Ryan was weight drained for the Tank fight, good. Because you shouldn't be fighting in said division. You shouldn't be agreeing to contracts. You shouldn't be eating tacos at the media day. And you shouldn't be 20-something years old and can't even make the division you've been fighting at. That is a bigger problem. That means you are a weight bully. If you actually had +1. The fight was at 136 instead of 135. You're a career 135 pounder at that point of your career. So if you can't make 135 +1 at age 20, I'd understand if it was like Crawford. Crawford can't make welterweight no more. He's 38 pushing 40, right? So if you're an aging fighter, I get it. But there's absolutely no excuse to be that young and you can't make weight. So this is what they do. This is what the Tank haters do. Revisionist history. They pick these guys, Pitbull, Frank Martin, Ryan, Rowley, whoever, to beat Tank. And then with Roach, they didn't pick him because they were too ignorant to know that Lamont Roach was a good fighter. And then now they're like, oh, man, he gave you a tough fight. A tough fight is not a victory, right? The same people said Lamont Roach is a cherry pick. They on the Roach train. They on Roach's nuts now. Bro, get this fake stuff out. Again, if you don't like Tank, why is every show about him? Why not talk about Ring Magazine's upcoming fights and the deal they just did in the UK with Boxer, right? Because they can't get clicks any other way but to, just go to Ring, Inside Ring, and they don't say, a lot of times they don't say nothing good about Floyd Mayweather, a black fighter. They don't say nothing good about Tank Davis, a black fighter. But yet and still they talk about Tank, post about Floyd. Oh, man, Floyd turned pro in this, and look at this highlight. Bro, it's all trash. And there's a lot of YouTubers and content creators who have the same agenda. We don't like these certain fighters and black fighters like Tank and Floyd, but every video topic is about them. the best way, if you don't like Tank's movement, don't talk about him. Don't watch his fight with Jake Paul. Me, Ellie Seckbag, whoever else don't have a problem with it because we understand the business, right? We'll talk about it. But they refuse to do that because everything I'm saying is true. They need it for the engagement. Deuces.